Shalom Israel, first and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of the house of David. Salutations to you brothers throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth in righteousness and sincerity to you Israelite foreigners. Come back home to the truth. To those that have passed on serving the Lord, the dead in Yahweh Shai shall arise first. All right, I'm going to keep my hat on because I'm not prophesying. I'm only going into a topic. What I want to go into is the phenomenon of social media. Just the other day on Netflix, I have a recommendation. Watch this thing called The Social Dilemma. The Social Dilemma goes into how social media actually engineers your mind to think a certain way. If you type in or express any interest in, say, the flat earth, what's going to happen is you're going to start noticing a lot of information coming up on your feed about the flat earth. A lot of misinformation, a lot of things that people that believe in the flat earth are going to, articles and things, because you've expressed interest in it, just like conspiracy theories. If you make a post about conspiracy theorists, don't be surprised if you start seeing posts or start seeing things come up in your newsfeed about conspiracy theories, because that's what social media is doing. Social media caters to your curiosity. And I posted this on social media, coincidentally enough, yesterday. If Facebook knows that you're curious about something, they're going to feed your curiosity. And it's not Facebook's job to say this is good information or bad information. Facebook just has a responsibility to drive out hate speech, or what they think is hate speech, so that people can feel comfortable on Facebook. Safe. People want to feel safe going on Facebook and using their service. But as far as your interests, like for example, if you go on Google, YouTube and Facebook and Google and all that shit, they share your profile, they share their information. So what happens is, you might look up a recipe, just to give an example. I don't want flat earthers to think that I'm picking on them. If you look up you want to make Tuscan chicken or some shit, you know what I mean? You could go, you look for the recipe on Google, then you go on YouTube, you might see somebody cooking the shit. You might go on Facebook and you might see it. Why? Because Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, they're all programmed to look up your algorithms, and whatever things you type about or you talk about, they're going to feed you more information about it. Now, why is this important to brothers in the truth or sisters? Is because, or brothers and sisters is trying to push. The important thing that we have to understand is that we have to question any information that we get. When it comes from Facebook, you might be a brother in the truth, and you might be looking up something like the virgin birth. You might not believe in it, but because you looked up the virgin birth or you mentioned it, what happens is Facebook senses that you have some type of interest in the virgin birth, and they're going to send you articles about the virgin birth. So you might sit here think that it's organic and, that's the spirit. I'm getting notifications about the virgin birth. Maybe I should believe in it. And really it's not that. It's that Facebook already knows that you are interested in the virgin birth to one extent or the other, and they're going to feed you your curiosity. They think that you're curious about the virgin birth, so they're going to feed you articles and scriptures, and you're going to get notifications and things dealing with the virgin birth. They're going to not totally, but they're going to feed you information about the virgin birth. If you research it, once you realize that it's full of shit, you pull forward. But you have a lot of people that don't research. They're not going to look into it to see if it's true or not. Salak. All they're going to do is just take it at face value and say, you know what, the virgin birth must be correct, and then believe in a different doctrine altogether. And that's what's going to take a lot of men out of the truth too. It has already. It's a lot of people that have been either taken out of the truth or just pushed aside with things such as the flat earth, the virgin birth, the nations can be saved. Because they have algorithms on Israelites too, you know what I'm saying? Like, another thing that might happen is you might type in Hebrew Israelite, you in the world, and you might get a whole bunch of notifications about Hebrew Israelites. But remember, they don't know who's who. So you might get some shit from an Israelite group that doesn't believe in Hamashiach Yahushua. You might get notifications about Hebrew Israelite groups that don't believe the chip is the mark of the beast. You might get notifications from Israelites that are just not the best example of what an Israelite should be conducting himself like. You might get something from, a Hebrew Israelite denounces the 12 tribe sign. You get a whole bunch of stuff. All they know is Hebrew Israelite. You might have typed in Hebrew Israelite and came up with, and then now all of a sudden they want to show you articles about it. So you have to be very careful when you're navigating social media, because they are deliberately feeding your curiosity. They are deliberately saying, okay, this guy is open to the dietary law being false, or we don't have to abide by the dietary law no more. So let's feed him articles about how pork is not dirty or whatever, that are totally false. There's a study that said misinformation makes its way around the internet 6 times faster than accurate information. And I'm gonna give another non-truth related example, right? If you're a Democrat, you notice that Democrats and Republicans are becoming more extreme in their beliefs, and they're getting to the point where it's a religion now. They're totally bashing. It's not like before where they had some type of level of couth towards one another. Now they're cursing each other out and being angry and hateful and violent. And if they're not violent in their actions, they're violent in their words. They're calling each other pieces of shit and all that. You know what I mean? It's because when you're a Democrat, you go on Facebook, you look up things that are related to the Democrat Party. So you look up things like Occupy Democrats, you look up Trevor Noah, you get fed those articles and those posts. Now, if you're a Republican, you're going to be fed things from Fox News. You're going to be fed things about Trump more, because now they're catering to your curiosity about Trump or the Republican Party, and they're giving you more. They're giving you more of what you want. You want more information to sustain your point about being a Republican. If you're a Democrat, they want to give you more information to make you stronger as a Democrat. It's not a service that they're helping you. The longer you stay on Facebook or any social media platform, the more that social media platform becomes valuable to attract potential marketing. So, for example, you click on a video and you're on Facebook, right? Or even when you go on YouTube, and you know they have commercials before videos, right? Those commercials are from companies that actually paid money so that before you click on certain videos, you see them. And it's a whole algorithm. Like, if you're a Republican, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be fed a commercial that caters to being Republican. That's the way it works. That's why you notice when you see it on Facebook, it happens. But anyway, I got to answer this call. Shalom.